Who's back again. Hi! A lot's happened again since we last spoke. Basically, my last video was me living in my car and being homeless for a month because I had a massive argument with my parents and a lot changed from then on, and the end of that video was like, maybe going back, I'm maybe going back to live in my car, but I don't really know what's going on. We had quite a heavy conversation, well, a couple of heavy conversations, and building a relationship back from all of this is going to take some time, but I'm back and I have a room and things are different, circumstances are different, but this is just where we are, this is what's going on. There was actually a comment on my last video that I wasn't going to talk about, but there are some things in it that I do actually want to address. I mean, there was a couple of them by the same person, and if you go on the video it's very obvious as to what comment I'm talking about. But there was a comment on here that said, it's their house, why are you insisting on controlling everything, go to the library, blah de blah, basically just get out as much as you can, leave on good terms, and that I wouldn't place the same conditions on people, etc, etc. This person has a point, and I wanted to talk about it because I am aware there are things I didn't address in the past couple of videos that I have put up. I'm not going to touch on it too much because obviously there's a reason I left certain details out, and I've done it to protect the people that I'm talking about, just for their own personal lives really, and I left an awful lot of detail out for my parents, for my ex, for his friends, and I actually mentioned that in the video I made about my heartbreak and going through all of that, which was the first of the dramas. I actually mentioned in that video, I was like, I feel like I can't say anything to protect them even though they don't care, and that is 100% true, and I'm standing by that. So there are details missing, and I just wanted to point out, like, please just remember that these videos are like half an hour long, and you are seeing half an hour of my entire month. There is a lot missing from that. Like, I have been going out with friends and stuff. I actually got moaned at when I moved back in for like 4 days that I was going out because I was leaving Raya here. Everything I was doing I had to take her with me, trying to find things to do that you can take a dog to. It's like, I can't just go to the gym because I do have a dog to think about, and I said that in the comment, and the person replied and was like, I wouldn't choose to have a dog, and it's like, that's great, that's good for you, but what I'm saying is the situation I've been in, I have had a dog to think about. She is with me, she is my responsibility. I have to prioritise her and put her first, and whatever her needs are, they need to be catered to. I mean, you can go and read these comments if you want, but I was just gonna quickly address it here in case you don't read the comments and you were also confused. They also said, I really don't understand why the cleaning and such in the old place you both rented were just your responsibility. That bit was confusing. That might have been confusing because I didn't mention it, but the reason I didn't mention it is because there's details surrounding it that I don't really want to talk about. Sorry, I had to retrieve a small dog that was scratching at the door to come in. There was a lot of detail that I just had to kind of leave out because there was a lot of things where I was like, I can't talk about this, and it's a lot of stuff that I'm having to like emotionally process on top of the breakup and being made homeless and all of the other stuff going on in my life. And the comment was like, why didn't you just leave it then? If he wasn't going to do it, why didn't you just walk away from it? And it's like, do you know how renting works? Do you know how much money you have to put down for a deposit to be able to rent the place to begin with? Like, that's a lot of money. I'm not in a position where I have loads of money and I can afford to buy a house, etc. So if I have access to any money through a little bit of hard work, then I'm gonna take it. But you literally just have to go, right, this is the situation, here's what I'm gonna do about it, let's crack on. And that's what I did, or tried to do as much as I possibly could. Anyway, that's where we are now. Basically, I just wanted to say things have semi been sorted between me and her parents. It's not back to normal, it's nowhere near normal, but that's my relationship with them, and to be honest, none of the internet's concern. It's just a bit of an explanation as to why I've been going back and forth between places and where I am now. We're gonna crack on with life, and now that I'm back here, it's really strange because I've just got the wave of all the heartbreak stuff again, because I left here, had to deal with all of that and like my living situation, have now come back and it's like, right, living situation semi-sorted, dealing with all the things that I had to suppress while I was dealing with my living situation, and now various things have been thrown on top of that which make it even more difficult, which I'm not going to explain, but basically I've had like 2 people say they like me in my personal life, which is really weird, and I'm definitely not in the headspace for it and not in that place whatsoever. That's been a bit difficult to deal with, so I've been trying to sort that out as well, and various other things that I don't wish to speak about. But it's all a learning curve, it's all a journey, and this is the point now where I am moving forward, doing things for me and just enjoying the process. I need to. This is it. This is the start of healing. This is the start of properly getting on with my life and focusing on the good now. Anyway, that's where I am. I just thought I would update you and tell you that little bit of information. I'm sorry again if this is confusing. I am gonna just keep going basically and keep pushing and trying to get through whatever the heck life decides to throw at me next. There's always stuff going on behind the scenes for everyone, and while I'm trying to show as much as I possibly can from my reaction to the stuff that's happened, I'm not actually telling you about the stuff that actually happened, so please bear that in mind because I can't. Good morning. Today is difficult. Today would have been my 2-year anniversary. Oh, I haven't cried yet about this. I wish I could not care. I wish I could just turn this off. Oh. I was just about to say I've got plans tonight to distract myself, but apparently I no longer have plans tonight to distract myself. I'm gonna go and wallow at the beach by myself then. Brilliant. I was so happy that I'd finally found a relationship that I thought could make it through anything. How blindsided was I? But in times of need, I turn to the internet because all I've discovered in the last couple of months is that people let you down, and it's nice to have like-minded people sharing their wisdom and stuff on the internet, which is exactly why I'm making these videos. I read a thing online that I just wanted to read to you from Jeff Sturer website. I'll leave the link to this down below if you want to read it. You care about this because you care about your relationship. You're not the one who disappeared and cut off your partner. You're not the one who dismantled the family unit and went silent. You can live with the truth that you give it everything you had. So yes, this anniversary matters to you because the relationship matters to you. That little paragraph has given me so much hope to move forward with today, because I was really struggling with how the heck I was going to get through it, and I was really looking forward to tonight and going out and stuff. Literally sat here just wondering, am I just being an idiot? Because he's probably completely forgotten what today is, and if he hasn't, then he probably doesn't care. I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to sit and take it and grieve it and feel it. Do you know what I love? I love work from home days because I am sat listening to the rain with a candle and drinks and snacks, dogs. I've just realised how much I've been stressing myself out trying to basically get on top of my apprenticeship as quick as possible, and it's like I'm just putting so much pressure on myself because I know the people I'm working with are also under a lot of pressure and they have a lot to do, and I want to be up to speed to do that as quick as possible. And he just said, like, I'm so much further ahead than some other people would be. I'm just like putting so much pressure on myself to be as good as I possibly can. It's just stressing me out at the same time. Like, I think I've been using it as a massive distraction from what's going on in my life, and I say think, I know that's exactly what I've been doing. I'm so grateful to have something that I can just throw myself into and be like, right, focus on this. I've just seen a TikTok that said something that I knew in a relationship and chose to ignore, and I'm here to tell you not to do that. It was basically like, if he wanted to, he would, and I knew that in the relationship, and I was just like totally choosing to ignore it. That was a very stupid thing for me to do. Let me tell you why. If you know that your partner could be doing more and you have communicated ways for them to do more, they are then choosing to not do those things, and I knew this the whole time and still stuck with it and still was like, nope, that's fine, he's told me a million times that's just not how he is. Never in my brain did I go, actually, he could change. He could choose to do that for me. He could choose to put that in for me. If he loved me enough, He'd do all of the things I'm asking him to do just for my reassurance and to make me happy, because he cared enough to make me happy. And guess what? He didn't. He didn't care enough to make me happy. I'm very proud that I can stand here and say, do you know what? I did everything I could. I put 110 million% in to that relationship. And I keep thinking about it like this. If a homeless person gave me £2 and said, this is all the money I have, but you're struggling, take it, I would think more of that person than I would the millionaire that gave me £100. They could have given me more of themselves. And for me, I feel like a lot of people will think higher of the person that gave them more money, even though they could have given more of themselves. So if you're looking in a relationship at somebody and going, they're not giving me 100%, but they are giving me more than somebody else, then I'll stay with them. No, sorry hun, we only do 100% in relationships, or I do anyway. I only do 100% in relationships. I only do 100% in life these days. I am either fully committed to something or it is on the back burner of my mind, because I don't have time to be worrying about things and people that are not giving me 100%. The effort you put in with people needs to be reciprocated in order for it to be a proper relationship with that person. Otherwise, it's one-sided, it's unfair, and it will end in a mess. And it's a lot better to hold yourself to higher standards than do what I did and stay when nothing is going to come out of that. You're just going to end up even more hurt and even more upset, which is exactly what happened. Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I 100% was struggling in that relationship, both mentally, physically, everything. Like, my whole body just suddenly started to break down, as did my mind. And I was that person that only gave my £2 because that was all I had. I had nothing else left. I was at a point where I'd lost my job. I was struggling with the image that I had of myself. I really didn't like myself. I still don't. And I'm working so hard on that. And at the point of which it was all literally about to turn around, we split. And it just got 50 times worse. So yeah, I didn't give as much as I could have in that relationship because I wasn't as much of a person that I could have been to myself in order to give more. I gave everything I had. That wasn't enough, and that's fine. But when you pour yourself into someone that much, someone that you know is not doing the same back for you, you are literally giving them every ounce of your being for them to go, I'm okay, thanks, and just park it. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Anyway, my takeaway from this is know your worth, know when... Guys, I've decided to risk it. I'm going to the beach. I don't know how this is gonna go. It is raining and sunny, so we shall see. I've just realised I've not got a coat, but I can't be bothered to go back and get one. I am gonna head to the beach and go and get some chips for dinner and just have a nice evening, because I was like, do you know what? Normally, if a friend cancelled on me, I'd be like, okay, I've got no plans for the evening, I'm not gonna do anything. No. Why? That's ridiculous. I still have a free evening, therefore I can go and enjoy myself. So that's what I'm going to go and do. So the perfect opportunity to prove to myself that I don't need anybody else in my life to actually enjoy life. Me and Raya are off for a little beach trip. Let's go. Okay, 2 very good wins are happening. I've just arrived at the beach and I would like it to be known that the parking is free, which is an absolute joy because I couldn't remember whether it was or not. And currently it's not raining, so let's just keep all of our fingers and toes crossed that it stays that way. Look how nice it is. It's turned out to be a really nice evening, hopefully. Woohoo! Look how perfect it's turned out. Bring it up. It is so lovely. I actually couldn't have asked for better. It's not even really that cold at the moment. Woohoo! Success! I have cheesy chips and beans for dinner. I can't even open this. There we go. Nom nom nom. Very excited about that. I don't even know if you can hear me. I literally just got chatting to the woman at the chip shop. We were just talking about dogs, and it's really surprising the amount of conversation you have when you're just stood on your own somewhere and you've got a dog. Like, it's kind of crazy the amount of people that talk to you. But yeah, if you're ever lonely and you want to go out, just get a dog. One dog versus the wind.
to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight.
Be brave. Yay, good girl. I am literally so glad I've done this. It's such a nice evening. I haven't got wet yet, which is great. That's always a bonus. Never in my life have I had a bad solo adventure. Not yet. So yeah, highly recommend spending time by yourself. Just heading back onto the beach. I'm really regretting not getting a pizza from the place behind me. It smells amazing. I'm kind of sad that I didn't do that. Maybe next time. I thought this would feel really weird, just being here with just me and Raya. I'm actually really glad I did this. I'm really happy I came, because this is where I should have been today, and I still am. It's just the circumstances are a bit different. I don't even know if I explained actually. The reason I'm here specifically is because this is where me and Josh went on the day we became official, which was 2 years ago today. Really strange how much has changed in the last 2 years, and now I'm here with our dog. My dog. Would much rather be here with her than anyone else right now. So yeah. Wow. Oh, you're tired. You're so tired. Raya has now taken to barking at a tent. Raya, what are you doing? Oi! Raya! Raya, it's a tent! Raya! Oi! What are you doing? There's a couple of people on the beach fishing, and Raya doesn't like it because they've got torches and stuff and a tent, and I don't think she can work out that they're people. They do sort of look like aliens. She's wrapped me. Hang on, spin. She is just barking at them constantly. So I was like, right, fine, let's go and have another bit of a walk. If you don't know, I'm a massive fan of the coast, in case you can't tell in the last few videos. It's basically where I've been all the time lately. I just keep going to different coastlines because I absolutely love being by the sea. It is so calming for me. Look at this pup. Look at this pup. You couldn't stop barking, could you? No, no you could not. What are you looking at? What have you seen? Huh? What have you seen? Nothing. She doesn't want us to be on camera. I'm sorry. You're so cute. You're so cute. Say hi. No, don't say hi. Okay, fine. You cutie. We're going to take the long way back to the car to enjoy this glorious view. Let's go. Can you guys see all of that sparkling in the distance? That looks so pretty from here. The camera's not really picking it up that well. Sorry for the shakiness, Raya just pulled me. It has suddenly got really cold and really windy. I am now freezing and cannot wait to get in the car and put some heating on. It's so cold. Oh, that's literally come out of nowhere. I was fine like 15 minutes ago. Even the buildings are pretty. Like, it's all so nicely lit. Everything's just super cozy. I love it. I'm just gonna give Raya a drink in this. This is a collapsible bowl that I bought for her, and these are amazing. I am not being sponsored to say this, but if you have a dog and you take them out a lot and go traveling and stuff, I would highly, highly, highly recommend getting one of these. Thank you, car, shining your lights, that's better. I would highly recommend getting one of these. I think this one was from Pets at Home, possibly. I mentioned it in the puppy haul anyway, which I'll leave linked below if you're interested. But yeah, these are amazing. Highly recommend. I'll show you her latest trick. In. Good girl. Up. Good girl. Good girl. So much easier than me lifting her in. That was a really lovely evening. I'm so glad I did that. I really didn't think I would be. No, you can't see me. I thought I was going to be like super emotional about it and stuff, and I did have a mini cry. Like, very mini cry, but then Raya started barking at people in a tent and I had to move anyway, so that was fine. You were actually a helpful distraction, weren't you, pup? Yes. Also, guys, like, one of the things mentioned on the comments of my last video was about the fact that loads of people like live in vans and stuff with dogs, which is true. But if you are one of those people, can you please tell me how you get anything done? Because, like, I'm down here now and I need the loo and I literally can't go because I've got her, and it's like, how do people do that? I don't understand. Unless you have a toilet in your van, I don't know how you do it. So if you've got any tips, please let me know. Or if you actually watch any vloggers that live in cars or vans or anything, that would be really useful, because I am actually looking at getting a van, because then I could just live in that. Even if I just park it on my parents' drive or something, like, I'm still in my own space, and I feel like that would be really helpful. And I'd have my own cooker and everything, so I can just sort myself out, which would be great. And there'd be plenty of room for me and Raya. I think that might be the way to go. Or I'm just gonna work my absolute butt off and try and rent a place, but I feel like that's a lot of money, so maybe van life is the way to go. I feel like it might save me some money, and if I convert one, I might even make some money. So if anybody watches any vloggers, I do watch a couple, I can't remember their names now, but I will leave them linked in the description. There is one that is my absolute fave, so I'll definitely leave her linked in the description. I cannot for the life of me remember her YouTube. Can you leave a dog in a van? Because you're not really supposed to leave them in the car, but is the van a bit different? I don't know. I've no idea. What are the rules? Someone tell me the rules. I have no idea. Please. Thanks. Polish your actions, match your words. Oh, I've got to stop. Oh my god, the moon looks amazing. Oh, hang on, I'm going to go home to the other car park. That's really annoying. You guys can't even see it. Oh, blooming camera. It's so bright though. You can see how bright that is. That's crazy. That's really annoying that you guys can't see that. It looks so nice. Right, let's try that again, shall we? I'm back. Oh, it's so dark you can't see me. There we go. Hello. It is like 5 to 10 and I'm about to go to bed. I have obviously been having like a good think on the way back. I just wanted to say, for anyone else that might be in this position and struggling to get over it, I guess, and move forward, I want a love that is reciprocated, and a love that I never ever have to question, and one where I know I'm happy and I'm secure and I'm constantly reminded that I'm wanted. And that goes for every relationship on my life. Oh, brightness. I want that across the board. I never ever have to want to sit like I did before and go, does he love me? Am I being stupid? Well, he says he does, so I'll believe him. Like, no. Why should I have to just accept the fact that you say you love me, so you love me? Like, you don't do anything to prove it. You don't show me. Where is this love that you say you have, you know? Like, that's one of the biggest things that I want going forward, is just every relationship in my life I want to be shown how much I'm cared about, and I want people to plan things, and I want people to do things, and I want people to not question it. I want people to just turn around and be like, yeah, I want to hang out with you, do you want to go and do this? I'm so sick of always being the planner and always being the one that gets hurt. I'm just fed up of it. I'm actually quite happy to be in that frame of mind Sunday going forward. Hello, it is Sunday and I I'm incredibly uncomfortable. Hang on. I've just realised I'm ending this video in the same place I started it. There we go. Full round trip. I am basically coming to terms with everything that's happened, and currently I feel like I'm in a very good place to move forward. I have been doing an awful lot to try and heal myself and research and find out more about myself and the way I love someone and the way someone else loves me, my entire energy that I bring to the table and what I have to offer in relationships, not just romantic ones but ones with family and friends. And one of the things that I really want to work on is my softness and allowing access to my divine feminine energy. I am constantly tapping in to my masculine energy, and I have come to the realization that I want to be more feminine. Feminine to me generally meant weak, and anytime anyone's ever described me, it's been she's very kind, caring, loyal. The word loyal really bugs me now because every time I hear it I used to think of Georgia, was it Georgia from Love Island, who used to bang on about being loyal all the time, and then whenever I would ask my ex, I'd be like, why do you like me? Because I couldn't see it for myself. I'd be like, why do you like me? One of the things he would say was, I'm very loyal, and that made me feel like a dog. And then someone else recently has also called me loyal, and I'm like, that's great that people see me as a loyal person, but it makes me feel like people take advantage of that easier because they know that I'm not going to cheat on someone, I'm not going to ever do anything to upset someone on purpose. Like, that's just not who I am, and that always made me feel quite weak. And tapping into my feminine side did also make me feel that way, because it was like my loyal, kind, caring, lovely, soft self. Over the years I've just built this wall so that I can't access that anymore, and neither can anyone else. And I became so independent that the second my ex started to break down my walls and I was honest and vulnerable with him, would speak to him about certain things, and then I would get pushback on other things. And when he split up with me, we did say some horrible things to each other. We're just throwing things back and forth verbally that we knew would upset the other person. And some of the stuff he said about some of the things I told him in confidence really shook me, because it's like, okay, now you're just out to upset me. A lot of it was about the stuff that I'd pulled my guard down to let him see, and it was just very difficult to accept. And over the past couple months, everything that's happened, my wall has been getting higher and higher and higher, and my level of trust for people has dropped massively. I have always had this guard, but now it's gotten so much taller, stronger, wider, like it just surrounds me. That's exactly why I'm making these videos, because I want to be able to see my progress, and part of that is becoming this softer, more feminine, happier, relaxed version of myself, which I feel like I'm kind of tapping into now. I'm actually choosing to separate my anxiety side of stuff from me, because I think sometimes as well it's so easy to identify yourself as this anxious person, and you know that in the build up to going to something you're going to be anxious at the thing, and then you're anxious to get to the thing, and it's like this constant ball of anxiety that you're in. I just want to be able to relax and enjoy my life, so I am separating myself and anxiety. And I saw something the other day that said about separating anxiety and giving it a name, like a human name, so that you can disconnect that part of your brain, the anxious part, from you. I can't remember for the life of me where I saw it, but that person named their anxiety Susan, and it was like, Susan's been really bugging me today. Susan has been on my mind all day. Susan has been dragging me down. Susan has made me feel rubbish. Susan's been talking negative things to me all day, and it's really brought me down. And thinking about it like that, thinking about Susan, it's been really helpful for me, because I'm realizing I'm not that person. I used to go around telling people I'm a really anxious person, I am depressed, I am this, I am that, and it's like, no, no, no. I have to deal with those things, but I am not those things. You feel it because it is there, but it's not you, it's not who you are. And I'm pretty sure if you could choose to get rid of that part of yourself, you would. And that's exactly how you need to see it. It's a part of yourself that you are dealing with. I've just gone on a complete tangent, but basically that's where I am in my life right now, and I feel really good, and I really want to showcase that. And I just want to say, like, it takes a lot for me to cut people out of my life. It takes a lot for me to turn around and be like, do you know what, I'm done being mistreated in a situation. And that is kind of how I've been dealing with a lot of things recently, because I've realised that no amount of disrespect should be put up with. And I've mentioned this several times in this video, but if something is happening and you tell someone that you don't like it and they continue to do that thing, that's disrespectful, and you are allowed to not be okay with that. I'm glad I semi-celebrated on Friday. I didn't really celebrate, I just sort of like did what I had to do just to get through the anniversary. But I'm actually quite glad, because in doing that I have celebrated loving someone so wholeheartedly for the last 2 years, and that is an achievement to be celebrated. Like, yes, okay, I've been loving the wrong person for the last 2 years, but I have been doing that and I have given my all to that, and that is something to be celebrated, because I always thought I was capable of that kind of love, and now I know. More tailored healing videos are coming in the future. Just to wrap up this video, if you are still watching, thank you very much. I hit over 200 subscribers, which is mad. By the time I'd hit 100, I had barely time to like function and cope with it, because then I ended up hitting 200, and that's crazy. And thank you for all the love, comments, support, everything on my last few videos. It has meant the absolute world to me. I am so sorry that so many people can relate to it, and I really hope that you've got something from those last couple of videos, and that you have realised, if you are in similar situations, that you aren't alone. So many people are struggling, so many people are going through things. It's just not portrayed online, because that's just not the thing to do, apparently. Nobody puts their vulnerability and struggles out for the world to see. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Do leave some comments down below letting me know your experience and things, as you guys have been doing. That's been incredible, and I continue to read them and reply to them when I can. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!